back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm so excited because I'm flying to France today for another 100-hour Yin Yoga teacher training with Trimurti Yoga. I am so excited to take you guys along. The Yin Yoga teacher training is happening near Toulouse in the south of France. So I'm actually really excited to fly a little bit more into warm weather because it's really cold outside. My dad is actually, he's like such a nice person. My dad is freeing my car from the ice on the window. What a dad. But yeah, I'm so excited to take you along. I've already done a 100-hour Yin Yoga teacher training in summer with Trimurti Yoga and I loved it so much that I immediately rebooked for another one. So this is another module of their 300-hour Yin Yoga teacher training. And this one is all about yoga as therapy, yoga as a healing modality. We're gonna talk about Yin Yoga in combination with Ayurveda, sound healing, Yoga Nidra, and I'm just so excited to also just spend a week in a beautiful resort doing yoga with like-minded people. I know that it's one more time gonna change my life and I'm gonna take away so much from it. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I'm gonna drive to Frankfurt Airport now, from which I will fly to Toulouse. So let's get started on the journey. Arrived in Toulouse. It is quite late. What time is it actually? Where's my phone? It's 7:46, so it's almost 8. And I finally arrived here in Toulouse. What I will do, probably I will have some food, take a bath. That is a weird sound. Don't know what that is. And then I will go to bed. And then tomorrow I will take some time to explore Toulouse before heading to the yoga teacher training. And tomorrow I'm already meeting Sandra, who I met in the first yoga teacher training, so I'm really excited. I haven't given you a verbal update in like such a long time, but I'm currently in the garden of our beautiful yoga retreat center. It's honestly gorgeous. I will surely film lots of the place, just sharing the vibe. It's so peaceful. It's in the middle of nature. They grow their own vegetables, fruits, they have goats and chicken, and it just gives me so much peace on like so many different levels. But yeah, today is yoga teacher training day 1. We already had our morning class, breakfast all together. We talked about yin yoga, restorative yoga, yoga as therapy, and now we started with Ayurveda. So all such fascinating topics to me. I'm just so excited. I have so many new ideas of, you know, what I want to share with you, with my yoga students, with my life coaching clients. It's just all so inspiring to me, for my work, but also of course for myself, right? But yeah, we will have lunch now and then continue in the afternoon with some more theory with Shape Clinic, where we learn different like specific shapes, how to cue them, what are the variations. So we will learn shapes from restorative yoga, which I'm excited, and then in the evening we have another class. So that's kind of, you know, how the schedule works in this yoga teacher training. It's similar to the one I did in summer. As always, you know, for me it's really challenging in terms of my thoughts, because in my everyday life, like, I'm someone, I tend to think a lot. I have lots of thoughts. I'm really sensitive, really emotional, and in my everyday life, you know, I'm go, 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 I'm getting stuff done, I'm hitting my goals, right, and being really goal oriented, really an achiever. So once I kind of step out of that and I have peace and I have space, that's when all the thoughts come up. So that can be really challenging for me. But yeah, I will head back in for lunch. Like, it's just so beautiful. Like, they cook almost like everything that, like, they bake their own bread, they make their own jams. Everything we eat almost comes from the garden. It's just so pure, so amazing. I'm so inspired to like grow more vegetables in our garden, and I really want chicken now because I think it's so cool if you can, like, you know, get the eggs like from your own chicken, and it's just so inspiring. But yeah, anyways, I will head back to lunch now, and I will just, you know, take you along and share this beautiful energy of this place. It's just like you enter this resort and you're immediately calm. So I hope I can kind of transfer those vibes in the video as well. Yoga teacher training day 2. I am just walking a little bit. We're gonna continue class in a few minutes, but I just wanted to walk because I have quite strong period pains. We started with a yoga therapy class because that's kind of, you know, the specialization of this yoga teacher training. Yoga is therapy. So our teacher presented a class that she specifically created for someone who has diabetes type 1 and different other, you know, things that she went through in her life. So my yoga teacher created a class customized for her. So she did like Qigong and gentle flow and Yin Yoga, and how she just beautifully combined that with Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine to really create this custom experience, this healing experience for that person. And that's also going to be our exam. So we have to choose a person who has a certain, not disorder, but, you know, just a normal human being. And we all struggle with something, whether that is, you know, a change in our lifestyle or something happening to us, maybe our childhood, or we do have, like, you know, a physical condition or some sort of disease or whatever it is. So we are required to design a yoga class for that person. So I'm so excited for that.
So So here's a little sneak peek into what Shape Clinic looks like. Lots of pillows, lots of props, and we just cue each other into the shapes and we try out how we can best support our students with different props, and really just trying out how the different shapes are so different for every body. And this is a skill you need to learn as a yoga teacher. Not every shape is going to look the same with your students as it does for you. So shape clinics are so incredibly helpful for that. We also tried out Eft Tapping, which I have done before. It's just such a wonderful tool to release emotions, to transform them, which is especially helpful in Yin Yoga because Yin Yoga does bring up so many emotions. So I'm grateful that we learned really so many different tools that I'm really, really excited to include in my yoga classes. We also tried out Moxibustion, which is a therapeutic tool of traditional Chinese medicine, which uses so-called moxa rolls, which are made from a plant called mugwort, to apply heat therapy on acupuncture and acupressure points. So that was super, super cool to try out.
Also, I haven't showed you, this is my little room. It's a little bit messy. I didn't clean up for you. But yeah, that's my bed. And it was so beautiful yesterday night. I could even see the stars from my bed, which was so precious. And I just wanted to give you a little update of yoga teacher training day 3. So fun. We actually just finished our Qigong practice. It was the first time that I, was taught Qigong. We did like a basic sequence of 8 movements in Qigong, which I love Qigong because if you didn't know this, I come from like a dancer background, so it's like I love the movement and with the breath I think it's like so calming, such a nice warm-up, and I'm excited to include it in my yoga classes. It's just so nice that we get like so many tools that we can like include in our yoga classes to make them like more therapeutic, more interesting, more diverse. Also yesterday evening, which was like such a special experience, we did like singing circle. It's something that they do in India where they sit in a circle. We sat down in the shala with some like fire, like the fireplace was on. 2 of the students, they played guitar and we were just singing mantras, and that was such a special experience. I felt so calm, so happy, so like singing. I love singing mantras. What else? I also took a little walk to the nearby lake. Like this place is just so beautiful, so calming, so much nature, totally my thing. Yoga teacher training day 4 or 5 update. I think this lens is not clean. I'm already in my PJs, and I will finish preparing my yoga class for tomorrow because tomorrow morning I'm gonna do my teaching practicum. So I will present my yoga therapy class, which I'm excited. I already today wrote down some notes, so now I just have to bring everything together, write it down nicely, and then I'm ready to go. And yeah, today, oh, such a nice day again. I just feel like so much has happened. I don't feel like I'm just here for a week. When you do immersion events like a yoga teacher training, you just get so into a bubble that like you forget the world and you forget time. And we did again Qigong today. We had such a cool class this morning. We did chair yoga and yoga for seniors. And then we did cupping today, which was a very interesting experience. Not my personal favorite, but it was really cool. Like we did stuff with fire and we put like dessert classes onto people, which was like funny. We also finished Ayurveda, the dosha. So today we did Pitta and Vata dosha. If you know your dosha, if you're into Ayurveda and you know your dosha, comment it down below. I definitely have a lot of Pitta. That is for sure. Yeah, and then we did a yoga Nidra, which is yogic sleep. It was my first time. I fell asleep. You aren't supposed to fall asleep. I did, but it was so nice. And then we just had such nice dinner, such good food here. I don't think I've ever eaten that healthy in my entire life. So yeah, and now Spinny and I, my yoga spider, my yoga animal, it's so funny because I always take her to my mat and I cuddle with her and stuff. Like, it's just like, she's just so dear to me. And I don't know, I'm like surrounded by people almost all the time, but I think in this yoga teacher training, one of my topics is definitely feeling alone and kind of learning to comfort myself. So Spinny really helps because, like, you know, it's part of home. So yeah. So if you're ever wondering what it looks like in a yin yoga teacher training, it is lots and lots of bolsters and blocks and pillows and blankets. It is just crazy, but I mean, I love it. This is like my type of yoga. Yeah, I had my teaching practicum this morning. It was so nice. I had so much fun. I loved it. I just love seeing my students like relaxed and just feeling good, and it makes me so happy. Just had breakfast and I will now read a little bit. I didn't actually have lots of time in the teacher training for reading, but I will continue reading my book, Highly Sensitive Person. I would love to create yoga classes specifically for highly sensitive people. I will definitely also make some videos about highly sensitive people. Because I'm highly sensitive, and I think yoga can really help us to navigate in the world. Also, just look, when we just look outside here, our yoga shala, we just look into nature. It's just so beautiful here. I love it. It's the end of October, but it's still around like 20 degrees and sun. Like, it hasn't rained any time that we were here, so it's super nice because I left Germany when it's like super cold. Wow. I hope it's not too windy, but I got my certification and today is the final day of yoga teacher training. We already said goodbye to some of the girls who had to go to Toulouse now to catch their flight. My flight is tomorrow because today there weren't any flights available on a decent price. So I will go for one more night to Toulouse and then tomorrow I will fly back home. And yeah, today we just had 2 final exams, and then we just had a sharing circle where we all shared like our takeaways and what we liked, and we had nice lunch together. And yeah, I was really sad to say goodbye to everyone, but you know, we will probably all meet again, so that's very nice. Yeah, if you enjoyed this yoga teacher training vlog, make sure you give it a thumbs up and also check out Trimurti Yoga down below. I will leave all the details there. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video and joining me here in France. And yeah, I will see you in my next video.